Good morning, guys. Today is Saturday. It is February 26th. Welcome to our yoga class this morning. Let's take the next hour together to let go and find some peace through our breathing and our movements so that we can face what lies ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start with some relaxation. So let's go down onto our backs. Let your arms rest at your sides, palms open, face to the sky. Let's close our eyes and start to breathe deeply in through the nose, expanding belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. And exhaling out through the nose, feeling that same area of the body contract and empty. Bring some awareness to our face and relax our eyes. Relax our forehead. Unclench our teeth and relax the jaw. Breathe into the neck. Relax the shoulders. Let's breathe from the shoulders out through the fingertips. Let's guide our breath into our hips and breathe all the way down to the tips of our toes. Next, let's guide our breath into our spine, and we'll breathe from the top of our head all the way down the spine, weaving in between each segment and feeling that air flow right out through the tip of the tailbone. Inhale, float the arms skyward. Exhale behind you, and once they make it to the mat, stretch out through your fingertips, push out through the heels of your feet, and then feel your body go soft. Let the arms float back up towards the sky. Exhale, return them to your sides. Now let's bring the right knee all the way up to the chest. Give it a good close hug and flex and point your right foot. Circle the ankle around, lead with your big toe. And then reverse those circles. Allow your foot to rest where it is. Send that leg out, and we'll bring the other knee in, nice and close to the body. Same thing, we flex and point. Roll the ankle around. And reverse. And then just let the foot rest. Next, bring both knees in nice and close to the body. Give yourself a full hug with your shoulders relaxed, and add a few gentle rocks side to side, massaging either side of your spine. Come back to a neutral place and slowly circle both knees around and around. And then reverse. And then just hug the knees in nice and close. And then just let the legs kind of relax while they're still pulled in towards your body. And let's flex our feet and spread our toes out really wide. Scrunch them up super tight. Spread them really wide. Scrunch them tight. Again, spread wide. And then scrunch super tight. And then you can just let the feet relax. Let's rock a few more times side to side. And then return to that neutral place. Start to open the knees, keeping your big toes close, pressing your thighs close to your body. And then let's take the legs even wider, pressing the soles of the feet together. And let your feet just rest in your hands. Feel your shoulders press open against the mat. And then let's separate the feet. While the knees are still back, push up through the bottoms of your feet and pull down with your hands. And then let's bring the feet back together. Once again, opening the knees a little bit wider. And then we'll bring our knees back together. From there, let's cross our ankles. Hook around our big toes with our second and third fingers. Tighten the belly and then just round the spine off the mat so your nose comes up close to your knees. Roll the upper body back down. Change the cross of your legs. Again, hook around those big toes. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs as you round the shoulders, neck, and head up. And release back down. Changing the cross of the legs once more, hooking around those big toes. Tightening the belly, rounding up. And then on our next exhale, use the power of the belly to roll the body all the way up. And then once you've made it up, we can be in our Taylor style position with palms open to the sky, backs of the hands resting on the knees. Allow your chin to drop to your chest and breathe into the back of your neck. Lift the head to back, opening the throat without creasing the back of your neck. Again, drop the chin to the chest. Lift the head to back, open your throat. Dropping chin to chest. And then let your head come back to that neutral place. Let's press our palms together at heart center. Lace our fingers and then push your palms away from your body. Rotate the palms to face you as if you're holding a large ball in front of your body. Keeping our spine tall, begin to pull the belly tight as you rotate the upper body towards the right. Come back to center and rotate left. Come back to center and rotate right. Return to center and rotate left. And then come back to center. And turn your palms away from you once again, pressing out. Start to lift the arms towards the sky. Continue to press the palms up, but let your chin drop to your chest. And then let's bring our head to that neutral place. Let the arms open wide to shoulder level, palms open face to the sky. Rotate so the palms face down, and then rotate so your thumbs are pointing down. Rotate the palms back up towards the sky. Rotate the palms down and point the thumbs down. And then again, rotate the palms are open to the sky. From there, let's inhale the arms up towards the sky, and then exhale, let them float all the way down. Inhale to rise. Exhale to open. Inhale to rise. And exhale to open. Inhale to rise. Exhale, open just the left arm. Let your fingertips reach the mat, and then keep stretching higher and higher with the right. Side stretch off to the left, turning that right palm to the sky. Lift back up. And let's bring the left arm back up. Now let the right arm float down, fingertips to the mat. Stretch even higher with that left. And then we'll side bend to the right, letting our palm face the sky. And then rise back up and let that arm float all the way down. Begin to roll the shoulders from back to front. Start to incorporate the arms into the circles until we get some nice full arm circles. And then just let the arms stretch higher and higher to the sky. Let the arms come forward, shoulder level, extending out through your fingertips. Begin to lean a little bit forward without lifting the tailbone. And then let your fingers float down as you drop your head and round your shoulders. Let's inhale ourselves back into that neutral place. Palms open to the sky and breathe. We're going to take one more inhale in our seated mountain pose. And then as we exhale, let's bring ourselves onto hands and knees. Getting there whatever way works best for you. So now we've got shoulders over our wrists, hips over our knees, tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Widespread fingers with our hands turned in slightly, pressing through second, third, and fourth finger knuckles. So, foundational hands, whenever we're bearing weight into our hands. Start sinking your navel as you lift your tailbone. Lift your head, open your heart. Exhale, scoop the belly in and round the spine. Inhale, let's open. Exhale and round. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Make your way back to that neutral place. Now let's extend the right leg behind us and push out through the heel of your right foot. Adding the left arm forward, palm open face to the sky. Feel yourself lengthening away from the center of your body. Exhale, lower and switch. Back goes the left leg, extending the right arm forward, turning that palm to the sky, really extending away from the center of your body. Exhale back to all fours. Separate your knees, big toes together, push back with your tailbone. Let your chest drop through your knees, forehead to the mat. Keep extending out towards the front end of your mat and then turn your palms towards the sky. Flip the palms back over, foundational hands, toes tuck, and we lift our tailbone, creating downward facing dog. We're letting our head drop to extended arms. We're feeling our rib cage pulling closer and closer to our thighs. And then we're going to walk our dog, lift and lower each heel individually. Now raise up both heels and then let them press back down. Inhale yourselves into a good sturdy plank. So instead of feeling like you're sinking towards the mat, feel like you're pushing away. Exhale back up into downward facing dog. Let's nod that head yes. Let it shake no. And then we're back to that neutral. Again, moving into plank, belly button nice and tight, pushing our bodies away from the mat. Modify to your knees. There's modified plank, and then exhale, start lowering. Elbows open, chest down, hips down, elbows come in. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, push back, extended child's pose. Tuck the toes, we're back up into down dog. Inhale ourselves into plank. Modify if you'd like, or exhale, lower in one piece. Chest down, hips down, elbows tuck in. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, right back up into down dog. Inhale again into that plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rising into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From there, let's go ahead and return to all fours. Extend the left leg behind you, pushing out through the heel of that left foot. Reaching right arm forward, palm towards the sky. Set the right hand back down and then step the left foot forward, placing your foot between your hands. Knee over ankle, start lifting up our body, reach into crescent moon. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, return to your lunge. Once you feel stable in your lunge, see if you can extend the arms for airplane lunge. And then start lifting up our body into high lunge. See if you can reach to the sky for crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Step back with your left foot into plank. Exhale, we're going down. Inhale, we're rising up into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then let's return to all fours. Extend through the heel of your right foot. Add the left arm forward, palm to the sky, stretching across the room. Lower that left hand, step the right foot forward. Knee over ankle, rising into crescent moon. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat, tuck the toes. Lift the left knee, find your lunge. Once you're stable, add the arms for airplane. Lifting upper body into high lunge. And then if we add the arms to the sky, there's our crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Let's step forward with the left foot. Toes are in, heels are out. And then inhale, let's roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again to the sky. And exhale to the heart. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold the body in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, extend. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rising into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to our plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, rolling the body up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, extend, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale again to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale as we sink. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rising into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to that plank. And exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Once again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, back down. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes and heels out. Inhale, roll the body up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. And then let your arms extend at your sides, palms facing forward. Standing mountain pose. Become very aware of your feet, feeling all four corners of your feet pressed into the mat. And think about pressing down to those second and third toe knuckles. Keep the heart center open. Breathe. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, fold deeper. Let's cradle our elbows in the palms of our hands. Allow your arms to form a frame around your head. Feel your upper body resting against your thighs. Let's release our fingers to the mat. From there, let's take a step back with our right foot, coming into our lunge. Once established, push your left heel down, or push your right heel down, turn your right toes out, and start to lift upper body. Let's keep that left knee over our ankle. When you're ready, add your arms, creating warrior one. Keeping it really active, so we're stretching out to those fingertips. Open the arms, neutralize that spine. Stay long in the waist, and then let's hinge forward, bringing us into a warrior airplane. While we're there, lift to the ball of your right foot, bringing us back into our warrior lunge. And then let's bring the right hand to the mat and inhale left arm towards the sky for a twisting lunge. Exhale the left hand down. Step the left foot back into your plank. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, rise into cobra. Exhale, toes tuck, come back up into down dog. Inhale, return to your plank. Lift the right foot not too high and then press back into three-legged dog. Send the right foot through your hands, bringing you back into lunge. Stepping the left foot forward, toes in, heels out. Inhale, rolling the body up, reaching high to the sky. Exhale into your heart, and then return to standing mountain pose. Inhale again, reaching high. Exhale, folding in half. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink a little deeper. Now let's take thumb and index finger, the creases of those, place them in the creases of the elbows, again forming the frame for our head, and just letting our upper body relax against our thighs. And then let's release our fingers to the mat. Take that giant step back with our left foot, bringing us into lunge. Now push the left heel down, turn the left toes out, align the back of your left heel with that right heel and lift upper body. Add the arms for warrior one. And keep your body weight centered equally into both feet. Let's open the arms wide as we neutralize that spine. And then stay long in the waist, hinging forward into warrior airplane. While there, lift that left heel so it turns into a lunge. And then let's place the left hand on the mat and revolve at the waist, extending that right hand to the sky for a twisting lunge. Exhale, bring the hand down. Step the right foot back, holding your plank. Exhale, lower your body. Inhale, rise into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, and we're back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. Now let's lift the left foot not too high, but then press back into three-legged dog. We'll step that left foot forward. Right foot forward as well. Toes are in, heels are out. Inhale, we roll up. Reach high and touch the sky. Exhale to the heart. And return to standing mountain pose. From there, let's inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, open just the arms. Let them come behind your back. Hook them together. Once you've got them hooked together, start to really open the heart center. Open the throat. Breathe. Inhale to neutralize the spine. Exhale, start hinging forward, pulling our ribs closer and closer to our thighs, letting the head drop, and then lifting the arms higher towards the sky. Exhale, let the hands release, fingertips to the mat. Once there, let's extend the right leg behind us, hip level, and push out to the heel of our right foot. Place your hands so they form a tripod with your left foot. And think about lifting away from the mat versus sinking into it. We can stay in our tripod, or we could align our left thumb with our left pinky toe. Start to roll the right hip open and then extend the right arm to the sky for our half moon. From there, let's exhale the right hand down if it's lifted. We'll step way back into runner's lunge. So we've got that good bend in our left knee. And then from there, let's walk ourselves around to form a straddle facing the wide edge of our mat. Once in place, toes are in, heels are out, hands directly under shoulders. You can bend your knees as much as you need to be here. Inhale with a flat back. And then exhale, let that upper body sink lower. Push down through the palms, pushing the arms straight once again. And then let's rise up, lifting our heels. And then let the heels press all the way down. And then we're going to keep the heels down and lift the front of our feet. While they're up in the air, I want you to spread your toes out really wide. And then as we press the feet back down, feel every single toe press into the mat. Let's inhale with our flat back looking out. And then as we exhale, extend the arms wide for a straddle airplane. And then we'll inhale and slowly rise to standing. Turning our palms open, face to the sky, brings us into five-pointed star. Rotate your palms to face forward and then begin to bring the arms closer together. First, we want just the tips of our fingers to meet. And then press through the fingers and the palms. And then let's lace our fingers and press the index fingers together. Bend the elbows so the forearms and the elbows meet, and we're keeping those elbows shoulder level. And then from there, let's inhale and begin to extend the arms towards the sky, allowing your upper arms to frame your ears. And feel yourself getting taller and more open. Continue lengthening, but do a little side bend to your right. And then we'll inhale back to neutral. And exhale, reopen the arms so we return to star. Next, let's turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch, keeping our hip bones facing the side of the mat. Bend the front knee. Find that place where the knee is directly over the ankle. Your body weight is centered equally into both feet. We're feeling that long stretch from fingertip to fingertip. From there, let's reach a little bit further forward and start to lift that left hand as we lower the right. And really push the left palm to the sky. Now begin to pull the left leg straighter and straighter without locking, bringing us into reverse triangle. And then let's bring our arms back to shoulder level, and we should be back in our starting position. Now for triangle, we start to pull the right hip to the right, and we start reaching out with that left arm. So we're actually pulling away from the center of our body with our hip and that extended arm. Once we can't go any further, you can lower that left hand and extend that right hand towards the sky. Imagine doing your triangle against the wall, feeling the back side of your body pressed open against the wall. No tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulder. And then let's bend the left knee, bringing us into extended angle. Either placing that left hand on the mat or left forearm on our thigh. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Lift to the ball of your right foot. That brings us back into lunge. Send your left foot back for your strong plank. Exhale, let's lower down. Inhale, rise into cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale into plank. You can stay in plank or insert a push-up. And then we'll press back up into downward facing dog. Now let's take the right heel and reach it towards the sky. So we're back into three-legged dog. And then we'll step the right foot to the hands, bringing us back into lunge. Step the left foot forward. Big toes close, heels apart. Let's start bending those knees, sinking those hips, lifting our ribs away from our thighs, adding the arms alongside the ears for chair pose. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale again, extend to the sky. Exhale, let just the arms open. Once again, we want them to meet behind our back. Feel the shoulder blades start to roll together as you're opening your heart, opening your throat. Breathe. Inhale into that neutral spine. Exhale, begin to hinge forward, lengthening ribs towards thighs, dropping the head, lifting the arms higher and higher. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. And let's take a giant step back with our left foot, bringing us into our lunge. From there, we walk ourselves back around into straddle. We should be facing the other side of the mat. Again, bend your knees as much as you need to. Toes are in, heels are out, hands directly under shoulders. Inhale with our flat back. And then exhale, we're melting. We're going to see if we can get a little bit more release. Press your palms into the floor. Again, straightening the arms. Now let's all bend our knees and think about pulling our tailbone down towards the mat. And then start to push the legs straight once again. Pushing the arms straight. And we inhale, look out with our flat back. Exhale, open the arms. There's our airplane. And then inhale from there, rising up, bringing ourselves into five-pointed star. Feeling all that open expansion across the heart. Rotating your palms to face forward and then start to bring the hands closer and closer together. Again, we're just going to let our fingertips meet. And then let your palms press and then lace all of your fingers. Index fingers press together. Elbows bend, so we've got elbows and forearms together. We've got those elbows lifting shoulder level. And then as we inhale, start extending the arms towards the sky, letting your upper arms frame your ears. While that's happening, we're getting taller out of the waist. And then do a nice side stretch to your left. Inhale, lift back up. And then as we exhale, let your arms open into five-pointed star. From there, let's turn our right toes to the front end of our mat. Align our right heel with our left arch. And then when you're ready, bend the right knee. Find that warrior two. So we want to feel our body weight centered equally into both feet. Let's extend a little farther with that right hand. And then start lifting the right as you lower your left, turning right palm to the sky for reverse warrior. Now begin to pull the right leg straighter and straighter without locking. And there's our reverse triangle. And then let's bring ourselves back to our starting position. Now we're ready to pull the left hip left and extend that right arm out to the right, reaching as far away from the left hip as we can. Once we can't go any farther, let's lower the right and lift the left. And imagine that we're doing our triangle against a wall. So we're feeling very open, very flat, like we're being drawn towards the sky. Take one more inhale as we are. On the exhale, start to bend the right knee, and you can either reach down with your right hand to the mat or place your forearm on your thigh for extended angle pose. And then as we exhale, let's begin to revolve the upper body. Let your hands return to the mat. You're onto the ball of your left foot, so we're back in lunge. And then step that right foot back into our plank. Exhale, lowering from there. Inhale, rising into cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back into down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Remain there or insert a push-up. And then press back up into downward facing dog. Now let's extend the left heel behind us, reaching to the sky for three-legged dog. Step the left foot between your hands. Bring the right foot as forward as well. Toes are in, heels are out. And then start to bend your knees, pulling the knees closer and closer together as you're sinking those hips, lifting ribs off of thighs, adding the arms for chair pose. And then inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, hands to our heart. Let's inhale again, reach to the sky. And exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. And now let's extend the left leg behind us, hip level, bringing us into tripod balance. So again, we've got our hands forming a tripod with our right foot. We can stay in that balance, or we could align our right thumb with our right pinky toe. Begin to roll open that left hip, adding the left arm to the sky. And there's our half moon balance. Let's exhale that hand back down. Once there, we'll step the left foot back in. And again, let your upper body rest against your thighs. And let's bring the thumb and index fingers into the crease of our elbows and just let your head drop. Let the fingertips release to the mat. And then from there, let's inhale our way back up. Reach high, touch the sky. And then exhale, hands to your heart. From there, let's open the arms wide with our palms facing the sky. Find a focal point for your eyes, fixate on that spot, and then begin to shift your weight into your right foot. Feel the whole surface of your foot pressed into the mat, And then concentrate on really pressing into the second and third toes of that foot. Once there, try placing your left ankle against your right heel. And then when you feel ready, actually lifting that foot and moving into your tree pose. And then just let the elbows bend like they're at a 90-degree angle, turning your palms to face forward. And then see if you can start to bring your elbows, your forearms, and your palms together. And then let's set that left foot back down. And place your left elbow in the crease of your right elbow. Back of your hands meet or your palms can meet. And keep lifting the elbows into our eagle arms. And then let's untwist. Extend the arms to the sky. And then let your arms reopen to shoulder level. Once again, palms facing the sky. So now we're going to try it on the other side. Begin to shift your weight into your left foot, finding that focal point for your eyes. And then when you're ready, place that right heel against your left ankle bone. And then moving into your balance. And then we bend the elbows so they're at 90 degrees. Rotating your palms to face forward. And then start to bring those elbows, forearms, and palms together. And then set the right foot down. And let's place the right elbow in the crease of the left elbow, letting the backs of your hands or your palms meet together. And lifting elbows to shoulder level. And then let's untwist. Extend the arms to the sky. This time as we exhale, let the arms open, 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 so we end up back in our standing mountain pose. Keeping the belly button tight, let's start hinging forward, stopping once our back is parallel to the sky. And then just letting those arms float down and continue to fold all the way down. Once we've made it all the way down, let's step back, right foot, left foot into our plank. And then let's position right shoulder over right wrist and move into side plank. Modification, side of the right knee comes to the mat. From there, let's all step the left foot to the mat, so it's kind of like we threaded our right leg under the left. And then we're all going to bend that right knee so we end up on our right hip. Once we're all the way down on the hip, step that left foot a little farther across that bent right leg. And then slide your right hand a little bit further behind you so it's closer to your tailbone. And push down into that palm. And then let's bring the upper left arm so it's to the inside of that left thigh. Inhale, taller and straighter. Exhale, rotating a little bit farther at the waist to look over our right shoulder. And then from there, inhale, reach the left arm high to the sky. Exhale, let it float down. We can uncross our legs. Let's come right up onto all fours. From all fours, we tuck our toes and let's move back up into downward facing dog. And then we'll move forward into our plank. And this time we've got left shoulder over left wrist, opening for that side plank. Modify to the side of your knee if you'd like. And then we'll all step the right foot onto the mat. Let's all bend the left knee, sink down onto that left hip. And then once we're all the way down, we want to make sure that we've got that right foot crossed in front of our left thigh. Walk our left hand a little bit further behind us. Place the upper right arm against the right inner thigh. Inhale, taller and straighter. Exhale, rotating at the waist to look over that shoulder. And inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, the right hand back down. We can uncross the legs and let's come back onto all fours. So once we've made it back onto all fours, let's sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open your heart for cow. Exhale as you round for your cat. And then come back to neutral. Let's re-extend the right leg behind us and push out through the heel of your right foot. And then let's step the right foot forward, placing it between your hands. And once there, let's bring both hands to the inside of that right foot and start to pull the top of your left thigh towards the mat. Inch yourself down closer to the mat with your forearms and feel that deep stretch taking place in the back of your right thigh and the front of your left thigh. And then see about taking the right knee so it's opening away from your body and you're on the outer edge of your right foot. And now we should feel something going on in the outside of that right hip. And then let's bring the knee upright once again. You can walk your hands back in. And once there, re-extend the right leg behind you and then add the left arm forward, palm to the sky. We're back in spinal balance. Set the left hand and the right toes down. Step the left foot back and hold your plank. Push back up into a downward facing dog. And then make your way back down onto all fours. Now let's push out through the heel of our left foot. Now let's step that left foot forward. Once it's in place, we're going to place both of our hands to the inside of our left foot. Start to pull the top of our right thigh towards the mat, and then let your upper body sink a little deeper. Breathing into the back of our left thigh and the top of our right thigh. And then try opening the left knee away from your body. End up on the outer edge of your left foot. And then start to bring the knee upright once again. And let your hands walk back in. Let's re-extend the left leg behind us. Push out through the heel. And then add the right arm forward. So we're back in our spinal balance. And then let's set that hand down. Set your toes down. Step the right foot back. Return to your plank. And then come back up into downward facing dog. Let's walk the dog a few more times, really lifting the heels high, pressing them down. And then both heels sink deeper and deeper, pointing that tailbone a little higher. And then we're back down onto all fours. Once there, sink your navel, lift your tailbone, lift your head, open your heart, cow. And exhale round for that cat. And then we're back to our neutral place. From there, let's sit back and we can stretch your legs out in front. Once we've made it into our seated position, let's make sure we can feel the sit bones on the mat. We've got our hands on either side of our hips, pushing up through the heels of our feet. Start to walk your hands forward, and as you're doing that, fold down, lead with your belly button, and just let your body melt down. And then we can slowly pull back up. And once we've made it back up, we'll keep our left leg straight. Let's bend the right knee. Place the bottom of your right foot against your inner left thigh. And then let your hands again straddle the left leg, and let's fold forward. And then from there, start to bring yourself back up. And let's lift the right arm to the sky. On the exhale, send it behind you. Placing the heel of your hand pretty close to your tailbone. Now lift the left arm, and as you're lifting the left arm, start to lift your left hip and push the bottom of your left foot against the mat. Feel that stretch going all the way up the left side of your body. And then as we exhale, we can melt the hip back down. And let's re-extend both legs, placing hands on either side of our hips once again, letting the hands walk forward as we push back to the tailbone and fold forward. And then let's slowly come back up. And then once we're up, we'll bend the left knee this time. Let's place the bottom of our left foot against the right inner thigh. Let your hands straddle that right leg. And again, we're folding forward. And let's come back up. This time we're going to inhale left arm to the sky. Exhale, send it behind you, so your hands on the mat, close to that tailbone. Inhale, lift the right arm, and as you start reaching up, you're going to lift the right hip, and you're going to stretch, pushing that right foot flat to the mat, breathing up the right side of the body. And then as we exhale, you can bring that hip back down. And then once it's back down, let's re-extend both legs straight. And let's then bend both of our knees and let your hands come behind your thighs. Once there, we're balancing on our tailbone, keeping the shoulders down, and then begin to extend your legs. Go where you can without letting your back round out. Once we found that spot, let's add the arms. And then start to slowly open. Control your descent. Once you've made it all the way to the mat, push out through the heels of your feet. Stretch out through those fingertips. Try to reach a little farther with your left arm and your left leg. Let that relax, and then stretch out through right arm, right leg. And let that relax. Good, and then let your arms open wide. And then just bend the knees, walk the feet in. We're going to keep them apart about hips distance, toes and heels out slightly. Enough space between your buttocks and your heels that when we start peeling off the mat, rising up into our shoulder bridge, we're not feeling any tension in the knees or the quads. And then let your arms come closer to your body. And if you can, bend your elbows. Kind of set your hips in the palms of your hands. And then let your hands return to your sides as you slowly melt yourself back down. And then once we've made it all the way down, it's knees to chest, giving yourself a really close hug. Adding in a couple knee circles around. And then let's go the other way. And then from there, you can set the right foot on the mat and place your left ankle atop your right thigh. Use your left hand to push on the inner left thigh. So we start to feel some good release in that hip. And then while we're doing that, lift your right foot and thread your hands behind your right thigh. And then pull both of those legs as they are towards your body. And then we'll set the right foot down, cross the left leg farther over the right. Open the arms wide once again, and then we're going to drop both of our knees to the left. You're going to take them as far as you can without lifting the right shoulder. Bring them back to neutral. And now let both of them fall to the right without lifting your left shoulder. And then return to that neutral place. We can uncross. And now place right ankle on left thigh. And use your right hand to push on that inner right thigh. Lifting the left foot. Both hands thread behind that left thigh. Keeping the legs as they are, pull both of them closer and closer to the body. And then let's release the left foot back to the mat. Cross the right leg farther over the left. Stretch the arms wide. And now both of your knees are going to fall to the right without letting that left shoulder lift. And then bring them back to that neutral place and let them start to fall off to your left. Again, without lifting that right shoulder, we're looking right. And let's bring our knees back to neutral. And then let's uncross and bring the knees in close to the body. Couple knee circles around and around. And then let's go the other way. And then we'll set the right foot back down onto the mat and extend your left leg towards the sky. Reach your hands up as close to your ankle as you can. Think about pulling your toes over your head. And then while you're doing that, see if you can stretch your right leg out straight onto the mat. And then let's lift the right leg up. And now just push both heels towards the sky. And we'll keep the right leg straight, bend the left knee foot on the mat. And then extend it out straight onto the mat and start pulling those right toes over that head. And then let's pull the left leg back up, pressing those heels towards the sky. And then let's rebend, tucking the knees to the chest. Opening the knees wider and wider while the soles of our feet come close together. Pulling our heels towards our body. We're back into that lying butterfly. And then separating the feet. Pressing flat feet towards the sky. Pulling down with those hands. And then start to re-extend your legs out straighter and wider, bringing us into our lying fan. And then we'll pull the legs closer together. Once more, pressing your heels. And then let your hands release and once again open wide to the side. Let's keep the right leg extended and start to lower your left. Once it's made it all the way to the mat, you're going to lower the right. And then once that right leg is all the way down, let's send the arms back overhead and stretch out through our heels. Reach out through those fingers. Stretching a little farther on the left side. And then a little bit farther on the right side. And then letting your body go soft. And then inhale, left arm towards the sky. Exhale, let it float beside you. Inhale, right arm to the sky. And exhale, let it float beside you. And once you feel like you're released against the mat, feel free to adjust your body so that with each breath that we take, we can feel ourselves let go of a little bit more tension. Peace is unity. Peace is love. No matter if we're black or white, short or tall, we're all the same. Peace is something inside you, not something you can buy nor make. You feel peace inside you. Peace is the light that lights up the world when darkness arises. Just so you know, that piece was written by Annis Weber, a third grader. Let us set aside all of our anxious thoughts. Make a choice to live today with courage, with an open heart and a grateful heart, and spreading random acts of kindness whenever, wherever we can. Know that my soul honors your soul. I honor the place in you where the entire universe resides, honoring the light, the love, the truth, and the beauty, and the peace within you, because it's also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope that you found some peace in your practice today. And I hope that you stay healthy and safe